Hola chicos, es la señora Ver. This is a little pre-tutorial that I want everyone to watch before we dive into our big grammatical topic of the year for Español 5 Honores, el subjuntivo. So let's just get right to it. Okay, up to now, you guys have been learning a lot of tenses, see? You've been learning el pretérito imperfecto, presente, presente progresivo, condicional, presente perfecto. All those are tenses. And what is a tense? See? A tense, basically, what it does is it determines language in time. See? So, the main thing about a tense is that it gives us when an action took place. See? Time. When. Cuando. For example, things can occur in the past. Correcto? They can occur in the present. Or they can occur sometime in the future. And for each of these time frames, we have a specific tense that we use. Now, we have been doing things, all the tenses that you have been learning have been in just one mood, what's called the indicative mood. So, the next question is, what is a mood? Now, think of the word mood. What are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for going out and doing something concrete? Or do you just want to sit home and veg out and watch Netflix and think about, you know, whatever it is that you're watching and ponder about ideas and things, okay? So, when we're in the mood for something maybe a little bit more abstract, like thinking about, you know, movies or reading a book, sometimes those ideas are different than what the indicative mood allows us to do, see? And this is all related to grammar, so you got to think a little bit outside the box, outside of what you've been thinking so far about Español. The indicative mood, basically, it expresses factual and concrete actions, see? Things that you do that can be proven, that actually happened in the past, are happening now, or will. It's what I like to call transactional Spanish, see? Also, functional Spanish, right? It's what I use to talk about what I did, what plans I have, if I need to obtain information from someone, if I need to exchange information, if I need to find out things, if I need to look up stuff. Mostly, I will use the indicative tenses to say what I need to do to get done, to live life and move on through everyday, you know, transactions. Our next mood is the imperative mood. That's what we've been doing with our project, right? We've been giving commands, and a command, you can give it in a form of recommendation, but basically, it's our way of telling others what to do, see? Giving someone a direct order. A lot of times, you know, you can think of it as bossing people around, but that's the imperative. So it's something that you do outside yourself. There are no yo tenses or conjugations because unless you're a little cuckoo, you don't give yourself a command. So our next big mood, and what we have to now start thinking about in that area, is el subjuntivo, subjunctive, okay? Now, check it out. Indicative tells me factual and concrete information, things I can prove, things I use to do transactions and just function in my everyday life. Imperative are commands. When I give people orders, I command you to do something, all right? Subjunctive, check it out. It expresses, and I'm just going to give you the big idea up top, things that have a sense of irreality. Now, what does that mean? Let me pause here and go back to this, because you might be wondering, okay, what is tense versus what is mood? You see that these, we are not really concerned about time, right? If I tell you I'm telling you something factual, concrete, I can say it in the past, in the present, or in the future. I can express to you things that I've done, that I am doing, or that I will do, that have a sense of fact, of provability. See? What is mood? Mood is not so much about time, but it's the intention behind what you're saying. It's the nature of what you're expressing, right? If my intent is to get something done and to express something factual, then I have to use the indicative. If my intention is to get you to do something, I'm probably going to use imperative. And if my intention is to talk about things in a little bit more of an abstract way, for example, if I want to express to someone my wishes or my desires, I probably will be using some sort of tense in the subjunctive. If I want to express a hypothesis or a theory of something, I may use some type of tense in the subjunctive. If I want to give someone a recommendation, which is what we are going to be using this for, I most likely will be using some sort of tense in el subjuntivo. If I want to give someone advice, I will probably be using some form of subjunctive tense. Now, why do all these things fall under the category of having a sense of irreality? Because if I express my wishes and my desires, that doesn't mean that they'll come true. It depends. I have to wait on the outcome of things. If I have a theory or hypothesis on something, I probably would need to prove it. So I have to wait on the outcome of something. If I give someone a recommendation or some advice, I'm not assured that they will follow it. So I have to wait on the outcome, on what they're about to do. And then I will see if whatever I recommended eventually may become something indicative. Now, that's all nice and in theory, but let's get to the concrete of what we're going to be doing. Okay, so for tenses, our first big tense in the subjunctive that we'll be targeting will be el presente del subjuntivo. Presente del subjuntivo. I know that I have given you notes where I have told you that it is no longer acceptable to just say el presente or present tense, because we have presente del subjuntivo and we also have the present that you already know, presente del indicativo. Okay? Now, for the sake of comparison, I'm going to put all the endings for your regular present tense, the one that you guys have learned up to now, all in one chart. Okay? All three verbs. So here we go. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. If your verb ends in er, o, es, e, hemos, eis, en. And if your verb ends in ir, o, es, e, imos, is, en. Alright, perfecto. Now, why is presente del subjuntivo so difficult for us? Because it feels like it goes against everything that we've learned so far. The good thing is you only have two sets of endings that you got to learn, okay? And if you keep these ideas clear in your head and you use my little shortcut, you should be able to start getting used to it and not have it feel so awkward, all right? So, el presente del subjuntivo. Why is it weird? Because it feels like the opposite of this. Let's take a test verb. AR, let's see. Hablar. Que hable. Que hables. Que hable. Que hablemos. Que habléis. Que hablen. ER and IR verbs. Let's see. Comer. Let's take that verb. Que coma, que comas, que coma, que comamos, que comáis, que coman. Now, as you can hear me, I didn't say es, hemos, es, en. I said que hable, que hables, que hable, que hablemos, que habléis, que hablen. Que. I am using the word que in front of each conjugation. Why? Let me tell you. A lot of times when we use el presente del subjuntivo to give recommendations and advice, which is what we're going to start doing, I have to use some sort of phrase that clearly defines that I'm trying to give you some piece of advice. For example, I can say, recomiendo que hagas más ejercicio. Muy bien. Let's say you're having a problem with your boyfriend or girlfriend. I can say, te aconsejo que hables con tu novio o novia, así puedas resolver los problemas. ¿Sí? Let's say I want you to eat healthier, right? Because you're eating too much comida basura lately. Ay, es necesario que comas más frutas y verduras, ¿sí? No comas tanta comida basura. Let's say I want you to drink a little more water, ¿correcto? Es importante que bebas más agua para mantenerte hidratado durante el ejercicio. If I want to express wishes or desires, one of the big phrases that we got to learn because we use it all the time in español is ojalá que, oh my goodness, ojalá que tengamos un día de nieve. I wish we had a full snow day one day, but ojalá que, I wish that, I hope that. See? And notice, this que doesn't mean what, it means that. That's why it has no accent. So, for the moment, let's keep it there because all of this makes more sense when you're using it in context. You got to learn the grammar, but grammar means nothing if you can't use it, if it's not used to communicate. Remember these phrases, because these are the first ones that we're going to learn. Es importante que, es necesario que, te recomiendo que, te aconsejo que, y ojalá que. And when we do our verb practices and conjuguemos, I need you to have the habit in your mind, or the consistency of mentally saying the word que before you complete the conjugation. I am telling you, it is the easiest way to differentiate between el presente del indicativo, which is what you've been doing so far, and el presente del subjuntivo. Easiest way. If you put a que in front of it, you'll start triggering all these little que's in your brain, and then when you read articles or you write paragraphs or you are formulating questions or statements where you're going to give advice and recommendations and express your wishes to your friends and family, it'll be in your brain and it'll be just easy to conjugate and use. All right? So, I hope this clarifies a little bit the concept of tense versus mood. And continuamos en clase. Adiós.